Record audio video. Recording started. Hey, everybody. We want to welcome y'all to season 2 of Off the Beaten Path. Now, we know we announced it in the first couple episodes. This season is all about the ladies, and we have 2 incredible ladies. 3. No, just kidding. Breezy's my brother.
Wait. No.
What?
We are off the beaten path right now with Cush and Rob and Jessica. I'm Erica Chin. We are with Jessica and I are with WOMA, and we're here to talk to Cush and Rob about off the beaten path and what they're up to. Welcome.
Wow.
There it is.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome. You got it queued up, Breeze? Let's see.
Oh, yes.
That's amazing.
You guys know how to make a girl feel welcome.
That was
So-
amazing.
Hold on. We gotta do this like super. Some people know about us, the Golden Girls, but not everybody. So I wanna make sure I introduce y'all the right way, because y'all are definitely like some amazing women, right? And we decided to make this season exclusively about women because we realized there's a lot of amazing women in the space. And so I want both of y'all, each of y'all, tell us a little bit about what the WOMA does, because I know it's at the bottom, President WOMA, VP WOMA, but I want to jump right into this because I think there's so much to be said about your organization and the sense of community that y'all have fostered. So
Real quick, and before we forget, time out. Gotta tell you folks, Rob Breezy Henson. No, we have to also talk about how we met. So I know you did jump right in feet first.
I
it.
want to jump right into the WOMA, but then I'm gonna say
we
I'm
have
gonna go.
to
I'm
talk
gonna
about that. Yeah,
I'm gonna
how we
circle
got
back.
here.
Yeah,
Circle
of course.
back, double
Before
back,
we got
bring it
here,
back.
yes.
Let's get the business
All right.
out of the way.
Yeah.
So
All right.
WOMA, first, I think we should say WOMA stands for the Women's Outdoor Media Association. So it is a nonprofit that basically, through events and other efforts, raises money for other nonprofits that help female first responders and veterans.
That's awesome.
Hold on.
Yep, and we have a fundraiser each year. It's called She Never Quit. Oh yeah. We put on a fundraiser each year. It's called She Never Quit, and through that fundraiser, we encourage women in outdoor sports. So that fundraiser really embodies our mission to during the weekend is Thursday through Sunday. Ladies get a chance. Some ladies have never shot a gun before. They get a chance to shoot guns, all sorts of guns. Try archery if they haven't done it before. We have amazing instructors, and fishing. And then a lot of times we try to incorporate something with hunting, because that's pretty much our mission, is to encourage women in outdoor sports, fishing, archery, shooting, and hunting sports. So it's a great time. We in all of that, there's so much. We all become like a family, and some of the ladies come back and bring friends, and we enjoy ourselves, and it is so much fun to watch ladies, especially for the first time, and being outdoors and trying those things out. Our instructors are all women, and they're the champions. They're the best of the best. And so where can you go and get this experience? I don't know, but we try to do it right, and we have fun doing it, and it's been great. It's this last year my sister-in-law went, and it was so much fun to watch her. And she is just like, she came home. I told my brother, I said, I'm going to create a monster. And she came home and she's like, I'm quitting my job. I'm going to become a sniper. And before that, she wouldn't even touch a gun. The guns in the house, she said she would wrap them up she wouldn't touch them. She would wrap it up in a towel to move it. Like, she was just scared of everything. And to watch her. She's amazing. So it was fun to watch.
Now that's what I want to highlight is the fun, the women, the community, because now, Rob, here it is, the cue. When we first met, we had no idea what y'all did, who you were with. We didn't care about any of that because, we met at SHOT Show. For those of you who are listening and are part of the industry, SHOT Show is essentially like the Super Bowl for the outdoor space, right? That's what we like to say because it actually is. It's B2B focused, and you got to essentially be somebody to be there. And it's super business almost 100% of the time. It's the biggest outdoor, trade show for the space. And so you're walking a lot. And I'm saying that because you feel like you're having fun, but it's so business focused.
There's 60,000 people walking around.
Trying
I think we walked
18
miles is what our watches said at the end of the 4 days. Well, here, let me take the baton here, because for anyone that also knows Cush, knows he's like, when he's there, he's very like business, black and white, gotta go here, got meetings, right? So we had split up at this point at this SHOT Show.
And we were at the media room. In the media room.
Yeah, I get a text because I wasn't there initially. He was. We were still off doing some production stuff.
In the media room, just to give you a visualization, it's a massive room on like the 3rd floor of the Sands Expo, and there's all these round circle tables. So it's not like you sit with a lot of people that you might not know. And Erica and I are sitting there with another one of our board members, Jill, being ourselves.
I'm sitting. I approach the table,
and I get a text, bro, you got to come to the media room. I'm like, what is Cush so excited about? Like, but we got a new contact. We got some bit like, dude, you got to get up here, bro. I just met the female versions of us. I'm like,
and that is so unlike me because all I did was say, can I sit down here? And they were like, yeah, you can sit. And very pleasant. And I was like, who the heck are these girls?
The funniest part is this is a massive room, like Jess said, and there's people working and guys editing videos on one side, and I walk in and I can just hear cackling at first. I'm like, that's what I'm like, what is going on? I sat down and it was like we had this instant connection, like we'd known each other for 30 years.
Yes,
catching up and cracking up and telling jokes, and everyone was like, who are these people?
And we were at the table that was the first circle table when you walked in the media room. It's not like it was somewhere else. We were just like, welcome to the media room.
It was like nonstop.
And to put this into perspective for new listeners or people who haven't had the opportunity to go to SHOT Show, when you walk into the media room, it's typically very quiet.
Yeah,
right, because people are working,
decompressing.
People are recording
media meetings, and here we are, the 4 of us, laughing our asses off. And
Cush kept on saying, "Oh my gosh, I can't wait for Rob to come. He'll know exactly which one is him. As soon as you guys are us, as soon as he gets here, he'll know who's him.
Yeah,
because I know exactly who's me."
And since then, we've developed this beyond amazing relationship. Like I would even go as far as say I wouldn't even consider it a friendship anymore. It's like, oh, I gotta wake up and call Erica. Yes, I know I text you sometimes, but not nearly as much.
We're getting there. We're like, you know what? We've been dropping the ball on this.
Yeah,
Erica and Cush really just ran with it. And the last time we were at an event, we said we gotta.
And I feel like we're getting better-ish.
Better-ish. Yeah, we are getting better.
Because now we have the whole text string for all of us.
We do. And what is it called?
The Golden Girls.
The Golden Girls.
Yeah. I was driving the other day and the text thread was going off, and I had a friend in the car, and it popped up, the Golden Girls. And they're like, oh, what is that? I was like, the best people I know.
Hello. Yeah, I think that was the same day that I was like doing something because I have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old, and it's summertime, and like things can go off, with dad. And I looked at my phone, and it was like 119. Man, like what I miss? I'm like,
it's just me and Erica texting each other.
I'm like, sorry, y'all. I'll catch up later.
And so,
but I do have to say, Rob, that when Cush and I talk, he'll say something and I'll say something and he's like, oh my God, that's exactly what Rob would tell me, or that's what Rob said. So I just reinforced us.
No.
And so I wanted to emphasize the importance of that because working together and seeing each other at all these shows, we've developed an amazing friendship, right?
Mm-hmm.
But up until the She Never Quit event, I hadn't realized how much of that culture y'all foster at the WOMA. And, Rob and I went in kind of blind, right? So there's a reason I'm saying this is because when we got there, our whole job was just to preserve the sanctity of the space. And when I saw how many women felt like, oh, it's just the girls hanging out, we're just shooting, hanging out, eating, talking, I was like, oh my God, how does not everybody know about this? Because in the space, you generally find the tactical people, right? Even women. There's tactical women out there that are just like, and you can be 100% badass, but I think somehow the people in the space as a whole lose a bit of their identity by becoming this. Oh, I'm so pro two-way, and I'm tactical, and it's like, where's your personality at? And so I say that because going back to the room and SHOT Show, the media room, it seemed like we were the only ones with a pulse. And people were looking at us like we were wrong.
We were getting a lot of side eyes for sure. They were like,
yeah, definitely. Like, shut up, we're in here, whatever.
OMG.
And that's where I want to emphasize, like, why is it that y'all are, first of all, how did y'all even get into the space? Because I know, Jess, you have a dope story. Same with you, Erica. And man, we got to keep in mind that we got to stay on a time limit. It's only been 12 minutes, but like a quick recap of how did y'all get into the space?
Go ahead, Jess.
Okay. Well, my father has been shooting ever since he was a teenager. So him and my mom, when they got together, they were on a sporting clays league. So I naturally was in muffs at the range as a toddler and a baby.
That's awesome.
There's really adorable pictures of me like with a cheese curl bag the size of me, just like these big muffs, and I'm just like, so
the range princess.
Yes, the range princess. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So naturally I grew up in kind of that world. I didn't think I would end up in it like I am now, but kind of fell into it through working at Mace. I ran the marketing and design department for civilian and tactical for Mace brand pepper spray for 6 years. And that just got me back into it. And now I'm stuck. I love it.
So amazing. What about you, Erica?
My husband, like several years after we got married, he said, hey, I want to start shooting again in competition. I was just like, did not know anything about that life of his. And so I thought that was going to be his weekend gig. And then he wrote me into it. And then all of a sudden he signed me up for a 3-gun match, even though I hadn't shot 3-gun at all. And it was Bays with Bullets. And that's where I met Deb Ferns, the founder of WOMA. And I went to the Michelek. It was that shootout range with the Micheleks. And, I mean, how cool is that, right? To be introduced to this Bays with Bullets. It was a women's event. And it was amazing. And I was hooked ever since then. And then I got, I just started, got roped in with Deb and got roped in more. And I drank the Kool-Aid. And, it just so happened that, I don't know. It was like, this is, my husband always said, find something uniquely yours. And this is something uniquely mine, like, not the WOMA, but just going out and doing stuff with women and encouraging women and stuff like that. And, it just has gone from there. And I love it. I love being a part of the ladies groups. I mean, every time I get together with these women, like I say, they are, world champions, and I talked to the ladies, like, I don't even know how I got involved in this group. Like, these are cool women. And if you look at my scores, I haven't shot in a while, but even so, like, I mean, my scores weren't anything near anybody on the list. And
Yeah.
they just are like, and some of the ladies are like, I don't even know how I got involved in this. Like, even the best of the best are like, yeah, I don't know how they picked me to be involved in this. Like, we're just so humble, and excited to be there. And I think that's one of the things. Like, Kay comes out, Kay Michalek, she comes out, you don't even know that she's a world champion. I mean, she goes, and everybody does, because she's like
Right.
the godmother of
That
shooting
name is
sports, right?
royalty. Yeah, in the
Yeah,
States.
and she's so humble, and it starts with all of our instructors just excited to be a part of teaching other women what they know. And it's really amazing.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that, the instructors, there's no ego in it. Like Erica said, when Kate comes out, or Lanny, they really just have a passion for sharing their knowledge. And that, along with definitely Deb, creates this really euphoric, unique environment where women come and they really feel like they can be themselves and they don't have to hide who they are. And I think we've talked about this before, or at least I do a lot with people, that females, yes, it's the first right now area growing in the outdoor tactical industry, but a lot of times, being female, we can be mean, not nice to each other,
Petty,
be petty, combative, backstabbing, all those negative things.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, the
take it light.
yeah, the WOMA brings together women that it's really just, we want to uplift each other. And you see that happening at the event, and it doesn't even have to be talking about shooting, because these women bond over the shooting and the fishing and the archery. They then get to know each other and start connecting in other areas of their lives and helping build each other up. And that gives me goosebumps, because that's very rare. To find that in such a male-driven industry, to have women come together to be like, yes, how can I help you be the best version of you?
Yeah. And there's a lot of women, they find their best friends, at
Erica.
Yeah, bestie.
Yeah, I want to give y'all. I'm sorry, I thought you were done, Erica. My bad. I just want to real quick give y'all, because we were able to see it firsthand. We were there documenting everything, and we wanted to, like Cush said, we wanted to give y'all your space. We didn't want to be these guys like seem like we're in the middle of everything. And everything y'all are the passion, the emotion, like, I want to give y'all your flowers, because we saw it firsthand, like how y'all maneuvered that event and navigated, and everyone was like family. We could see it. And it really shines through when you have that passion and you leave all that other stuff at the door, and you're like, I'm here to uplift everyone and help this community. And it was beautiful. So I want to give you all your flowers on that. It was amazing to see firsthand.
Give him the horn.
Yeah. I got my sample pulled up here. I don't. So real quick, I'm calling an audible on this one, because usually I'm here chopping a beat. That's part of the off the beaten path. You see my breezy hands here. Ooh. But I really I wanted to be a part of this conversation, because it means a lot to me. So when I'm over here chopping a beat, I kind of go into that rabbit hole. So this is going to be a little different than it's been before.
Yeah, this episode will definitely
be more involved in our conversation.
Yeah, we love that.
Yes.
So yes, ready.
And one of the things, honestly, that we have found, women want to just be women. And so having guys around, we used to have guys around, a couple of trainers and stuff like that we absolutely love. But there was a year that we just didn't have any guys come, and the ladies liked it. We got a lot of great feedback from that, because they're like, we want to go down and get some coffee in our pajamas, and it wasn't a big deal. So it was a little, we were a little concerned with having you guys around. And one of the great things, though, everybody just said how wonderful you guys were. Nobody felt uncomfortable. You guys were just there doing your job, and just being a part of it, but not being a part of it. And that shows you're fluid, kind of like you fit in anywhere. And it was really great to have you this year. And I'm so excited about seeing all the everything you documented, and I've seen some pictures that have been amazing. And it's really a testament to you guys, how, like I say, how fluid you are, and just, you weren't in the way. The ladies loved you. They were just like, yeah, they even commented to us about how it was great to have you there, and how you
on the back, sorry, Erica, on the back end of that, just so you know, like, we've had discussions about having other teams out for trainers or, photography, video that were male, but like there was no question about like, oh, should we really hash it out and see, like, are they nope. Like, yes, we know that you're incredibly respectful of women, that you were just like going to be an extension of the family.
Yeah.
So once again, it's like that weird WOMA magnet that we just connect.
That meant a lot to us. It really did. Yeah, we heard a lot of the ladies like, you guys were awesome, and just some of the feedback we got after the show, we're like, that's awesome. Because the last thing we wanted to do was like, be the guys that like, who the hell are you?
Or the weird vibe guys, or whatever.
Yeah. No, and we appreciate y'all opening up the space to us, because like
100%.
for guys like Rob and I, we're really big on and this could be a much bigger conversation, but we're really big on preserving a space for ladies who you guys have already worked towards nurturing that, right? Who the hell are we to come in and make it something else? And so we thank y'all for opening up. We got to see like the intense community. There were some funny, hilarious moments. Not some, a lot.
Yeah.
The night,
I had to put a wedding dress on.
I was just thinking that right now.
We got it too. We have the video. Video evidence.
Yeah, definitely.
Video, or it didn't happen.
Yeah. We got Lisa. Did we get Lisa on camera saying, "Hey"?
That was amazing. Yeah, we'll leave that. That's got to be. That was
good. Yeah, that's actually.
And so, wait, did you get Kay Shrill?
I think so.
Yes, you did. And also, you said your sister-in-law was there.
Yes.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we saw her catch her first fish, I believe,
got
right?
It on camera. Yep.
Yeah,
oh my
got
gosh.
it on video. She was going like, this is my first fish out there with Ron.
She screamed. I looked up and I was like, that's Erica's sister-in-law. And I went over there. Because I already knew that, it's her first time attending. So first-time attendees usually provide the most authentic response. Yeah. And so when she was screaming,
so excited.
Yes. We talk about it. She's like, where's the next event? What are we going to do? We need to get back out of the range. She was just in DC with my nephew, and she said she did some simulator thing that they had. And
the shooting simulator?
A shooting simulator, yeah. And she said she got the scenario of a hostage or something. And she said, even the guy afterwards was like, I don't know how you got all 5 shots in the head without even touching the hostage. I was like, are they going to hire you? She's like, I got that.
I work for the Department of Defense now.
Yeah.
What? Sorry.
Like, oh my God.
My sister-in-law is? Come on now.
Yeah.
So now,
she was so excited.
So when you guys originally started, I know She Never Quits was essentially birthed out of Babes with Bullets, because that tapered off, right?
No, actually, Babes with Bullets was this was just something that Melanie Luttrell, she had talked with Deb and Marsha Petrie Sue, who was the chair a couple years ago. She was a chair for a while, and they asked them to put something together for the wives of some fallen military wives, and so they put it together, and it kind of came from there, and so it was called She Never Quit. Marcus Luttrell has Team Never Quit. And so we were at the Luttrell Ranch for years doing She Never Quit events. And that's kind of how it started. And it just grew and grew and grew. During COVID, they didn't have any events at their ranch. So, and we were kind of growing out of their ranch. And so we've been, holding it at different centers since. But
one of the things I love about y'all is that you guys are constantly thinking, from the conversations we've had, Erica, you and I know that you guys are constantly thinking about how to grow the event and how to be more intentional with yearly events. And I know this year you guys were mentioning something about doing even regional stuff. What makes y'all say for instance, like, why did you guys bring archery? Why not just keep it all to shooting? Why did y'all bring fishing? Was that an intentional
so that's actually our mission statement. That's something that Deb basically WOMA, Deb was on a talk show with Ted Nugent, and he was talking about blood sports, and Deb said women don't want blood sports, that sounds barbaric, and she said, but I want women to to be more involved in hunting and fishing, archery and shooting. And he said, well, if you want that, you have to build it. And so she said, game on. And so she wanted women to be more involved in outdoor sports, and also be seen, in media and stuff like that. And so that's kind of how that came about. And then making this a fundraiser for veterans, kind of went hand in hand with what Melanie had proposed. And I know all of our board and some of us have, whether it's family or have been part of law enforcement or military. And so that's near and dear to our heart, is to find some groups, charities that actually give to female veterans and first responders, because a lot of times those dollars, a lot of women don't have the opportunity to get the help that they need, or they come out and they don't know what to do. A lot of the dollars go to male centric things. So we want to make sure that the ladies, they have a different set of traumas, when they come out of the military. And so a lot of times they're single moms, and so they need the support, and we're excited to be able to help those ladies.
Yeah, man, and it's really impressive how y'all do it. Like, I'm still just blown away at the entire event, because to think of how long it's been going on, and versus this is our first time experiencing it, right? Rob and I. And I know Deb is the one who founded it, and I'm trying to find the best way to describe Deb. If I had to do it as a man, I would say she's an all-around outdoors woman, badass, and she carries glitter and sprinkles in her pockets and spreads joy to everybody, like, adventure time. Yeah. And she can be intense, but man, she has a heart of gold. She has a heart of gold.
And she's one of those personalities that connects everybody. Yeah. And you meet Deb and you drink the Kool-Aid. And the first time I traveled with Deb, it was like, I really didn't know her. And I was traveling from Utah to Montana to do massages, because that was my side gig, was a massage therapist. And so we were doing a diamond camp in Montana. So she picked me up at the Utah airport, and we drove to Montana, and I was off grid for the first time since 8th grade. I was in my 40s, and I was freaking out. She was making fun of me the whole time. We talked about all these things, and when we get there, she tells me, "Oh, Erica, don't say anything about this." And I said, "Deb, you have 8 hours of my secrets. Like, why would I talk about anything we talked about on this trip?" Anyway, she got in and started telling my secrets, and then I was like, "Deb," she goes, "Okay, pick one, and I won't ever say anything about it." And she was true to her word. But after that, I was like, "Okay, and where are we going next?" And I was just like, by the end, I was like, "Okay," and then I was like, "I don't think I have enough time on the books to do that." And I had to retire in the end because I had no time on the books, and I needed more time to spend with Deb. But it was
yeah,
like,
she's like, so if you go to the nightclub, she's the disco ball that's like putting all the light out, and you're like,
she
oh,
loves dancing. She
Yeah.
loves to dance.
Yes.
She's I mean, she's just so fun, and she's like the camp leader. So you go in there and you need something done. I mean, she's like the MacGyver. So if you give her a piece of gum and and the wrapper, she'll create something for you. If you need to fix something, she knows how to do it. If something doesn't go right, she knows exactly what to do. It's like she's so knowledgeable, and she just gets it done. And then she's the connector of everyone. So I told her, I said, when you die, I get your Rolodex. And she's like, okay.
can I have a carbon copy, please?
Because you'll say, hey, Deb, do you know, what about this? Oh, let me call this person. And she's the best resource on earth for everything.
Wow. What about you, Jess? Do you have an amazing Deb story?
Well, I got pulled into WOMA because one of our instructors was going to do a self-defense class. It was the last year that we were at Luttrell's Ranch, and I got a call to the marketing department of Mace. Hey, I'm going to go to this ranch in the middle of nowhere. Can you guys donate pepper spray for the class? And if you become a sponsor, you can actually send somebody out. So Mace was like, you're going to Texas, Jess. And I was like, sure, I'll go to a ranch with a bunch of strangers in the middle of nowhere with firearms and pepper spray. That sounds great. I ended up helping teach the class, head of marketing for Mace, teaching a self-defense class.
Yeah.
And Deb and I connected, and Marsha, and we stayed up one night drinking wine, talking about positive thinking and depression and journaling. And it's just amazing how you have these fun, really crazy moments, but then also really intense conversations at the same time. That is what bonds people.
Yeah.
And when she sees you, she's always like, my Jess, my Erica, my
Cushy.
yeah.
Cushy. I was like, oh, I call her, my nickname for her is Mama Deb.
That's it.
Mama Deb. So you taught the Mace class, and then you were sucked in?
Yeah, I then, the next year ended up coming and actually pitching my new company, because I now have my own design agency. And it was at She Never Quit that I realized I needed to completely rebrand. So it was very helpful for me in that regard. And I did. And then I just ended up going after the fact for either other clients or myself. But I think I only went 1 year for a client. And then after that, Erica and I really bonded at SHOT Show. And they're like, we need Jess on the board. And then I was told that I was going to be on the WOMA board.
So
that's amazing. So wait, real quick. So
go ahead.
Let me get this straight. So you've seen Deb Ferns sleep?
Yes.
Yes.
She does
No
sleep.
way. She sleeps.
One
I
time,
picture her like Elf. I got
one
in
time,
45 minutes.
So this 1 year at She Never Quit, I got roped into being the chef because they needed a chef, right?
Yes.
And Jess, thank God, she was like, Erica, do you need help? Because she was doing work at a table. I'm like, no, I got it. Like, I didn't even know what I was getting roped into, but I did it. And so one of the nights that Kay came in and was like, hey, you want to go for a ride? You've been in the kitchen all this time. Let's go for a ride. And so we took there was like 5 of us that went out, and we were having so much fun. We were in this golf cart, and we did ask Kay, like, did you ask? And she's like, okay, let me go in and tell somebody. And so she goes in and she comes out, yeah, it's okay. And so we go in this golf cart and we're looking at the animals and stuff like that. It was amazing. One of the ladies was calling in coyotes, and we were just having so much fun out there. And then all of a sudden, the tires go flat, and we're out there like miles out there, and
it's dark. Like, this isn't like daytime. Let me just
this is at night.
Dark.
We're like on the border of Mexico and Texas, and and they actually have a guy that's out there, and he's you know, he's kind of security for the property.
Yeah.
And so so then nobody really had service except for Jill. Jill had one bar on her cell phone, but she also was like 10% battery. And so she tries to call Deb, and Deb she called Deb a couple of times. She didn't answer. And finally, I think Gary told her, go see who's calling you. And so Deb answers finally. And Jill says, listen, we're out here. We're stuck. And she was so pissed. She was actually sleeping. They were sleeping. She came out and got us. She's like, get in. And I'm like, wait, can you take a picture of us first? So she takes a picture of us and she drops off the first crew and she's like, get out. They all get out.
That was all she said. Get in. Get out.
And then she tells me, she says, she goes, who told you could do that? And I said, well, Kate came in, and she goes, yeah, she probably looked in the mirror, said, this is a great idea, isn't it? Yes, it is. And I went back out. And she says, the only reason why I went to get anybody is because you were in the car and I knew you've been working. This was fun. And I said, and everybody needs to eat in the morning. And she's like, yes. She was just so upset.
Oh,
and I was like, sorry, Deb.
That's and you know what? That goes to show, like, just a peek into the mind of Deb, because he really is. We've heard tons of stories about how many women have had their own adventures with her.
Yeah.
Like, we've heard some wild stuff. Some of it we have to leave for, you know, the work we're doing, but like just the stuff that we've heard ourselves, even when we went to She Never Quit, Breeze.
I was just gonna say, Deb is the adventure. And then you just happen to be with her. It's gonna be an adventure.
You know, and the thing is, she'll tell a story that you're like, I don't know if this is true or not. And then she's like, here, let me show you the picture.
An archive of everything. She did that to me, like, Rob, did I tell? And she's like, I'm like, what? This is great. She's like, I was on that. She like got chased by something. She's like, I was walking and something chased me and I had to climb up a tree. And
here, let me show you.
Throw the Mossberg water bottle at the.
So, and you know what? Like that's the DNA of the WOMA. That's like embedded in the DNA. Like it's adventurous. It's fun. It's man, I hate that you keep using this, but it really is community focused. Like, y'all are super women centric. Y'all are really big on sisterhood, and you can just, and it's not like, Jess, you said at the beginning of the podcast, it's, you know, women can be A, B, C, D, E, and F. There was none of that at this year's She Never Quit. Like, to see you actually women. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we actually we don't allow that. So everybody that comes signs an agreement, you know, that, and we haven't really had a lot of issues. Everybody's just there to have fun. You know, we kind of I think we set a tone, like, you know, we aren't that way. And we just want to have fun and have everybody just, you know, be able to enjoy themselves, be safe, have different experiences. Like, we're always thinking about what can we do next? You know, what's the next thing? What's something that is different? You know, what haven't we done in the past? And so one of the things is definitely to get new, you know, in the afternoons, ladies have a bunch of things to do that they could choose from, and to be able to give them a different opportunity, or some training, you know, like self-defense stuff that they could go back and you know, use or it benefit them. You know, we know that when you dudes go do something together, you guys hang out together and it stops there. But, you know, when women learn something new, they want their kids to learn it too. Yeah. And so if you teach a woman a new skill, they'll you know, kind of teach their family. Yeah. And so we want more women. We want more, you know, the youth and stuff like that to get outdoors, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, my dog's in the background.
So what is the next thing for y'all?
There, you know,
I'm sorry?
What is the next thing for y'all?
Jess and we have this board that we add on what our next thing is. We'd like to do more events, more events like community events and get different topics out there, maybe some different trainers, different not just like more fishing, getting involved in more of we have the shooting sports down pretty well. We have some really great sponsors, and we could not do it without them. And we love our sponsors. Everybody, and whoever sponsors us, usually it's at least one person on the board loves their product. And this is how we get sponsors. We love to build relationships with our sponsors. We're not, we back our sponsors. This is sorry. My dog.
I love how quickly you changed.
Yeah, we like to really.
Sorry. Hopefully you could edit that.
Breaking in over here, so go ahead.
I was going to add to that every year we also try to figure out what, I don't want to say is trending, but how can we evolve and be better?
Yeah.
Erica said that she at one point was cooking. She's retired law enforcement and a massage therapist. She shouldn't be in the kitchen. So how do we each year look at the event and see what was really good, but where are areas for an improvement to make sure that the experience stays legitimate for everyone coming, that it's on point, on target with our mission, that we can, as the board, spend more time with the women that are coming to interact with them and add to that. So we're definitely looking to, like Erica said, add more events throughout the year that maybe are more intimate. So maybe 8 to 10 ladies in Florida, California, and then seeing how we can evolve She Never Quit to be bigger and better every year.
That's awesome.
But that also is a testament to our board. Like, even though, I not even my family like my cooking.
But I keep telling her she didn't kill anyone. Everybody's still alive from the food she ate. So,
and also the people didn't even know. People didn't even know I wasn't the chef. It was weird. I mean, I got the recipes from the chef, thank goodness. But people didn't even know I wasn't.
Yeah. Which means it must be pretty damn good.
Yeah, I mean,
oh my gosh, thank God I got the recipes, and I was just praying. I just kept on praying that nobody would get sick. And my grandma was the lunch lady at the elementary school, so I was praying to the lunch lady gods.
We're the tater tots.
Grandma, please let this go well.
That's so awesome. What are you going to say, Rob?
Lady, yo, that's amazing. I'm sorry.
But the thing is, it's like our board is willing to step it up, right?
Yeah.
This last She Never Quit, our treasurer, it was like the Wizard of Oz. Her house got damaged by a tornado like the first day she was there. Another board member stepped up. It's just, we are pretty diverse that way, where wherever the need is, we try to just step up for each other and do what we can. So it's I think our board is amazing. We have done a lot in the last couple of years. Jess and I, we have a podcast, Amateurs and Experts, and that's been so much fun.
And we're the amateurs, just to be clear, in case anybody was confused.
Yes, which was hilarious, because I was like, Jess, we were thinking about a name and stuff like that, and I was just like, how about Amateurs and Experts? And she's like, I'm not an expert at anything. I'm like, great, because neither am I. Let's have some experts on.
The amateurs. Oh. You had us on the podcast, and you ladies do, like, you just kill it everywhere.
You guys were so fun.
That was a good show. That was fun. Y'all keep it like,
so it'll be out soon, I promise.
It just felt like a text group between
in person.
Yeah. When I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, this is 100% us. Like,
authentic. Yeah.
And you can find out. I know you've been dropping the website quiz. Yeah, and you could basically find everything out they need to know at the WOMA.org.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
And
I wanted to ask, sorry, Erica, is the because I know at least I think the She Never Quit, that's kind of the main event, yearly event that y'all do. Is that always the same time of the year, or do y'all switch that up?
Yeah, it's usually it'll be around April.
April. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Ladies, for any ladies that may be listening to this,
Ladies.
please go to this website.
Yes.
Please follow them. Go tap in with everything they're doing on socials. The sense of community and sisterhood you'll find there, I don't think you'll find anywhere else. And that's not me gassing them up. It's like legit. I'm like, holy smokes.
Yeah.
Where
It's
did
pretty
this girl
a
come
lot.
from?
Like some just women, men, anyone that sometimes that first step seems like such a massive barrier to entry, and I think you'll make it super easy. Like, it's not, like you said, there's women out there for the first time, and you can see that energy, how much confidence y'all give them in that first time, and they take that with them, and that's just how the seeds are planted. So I just want to say, like, it's not, reach out to y'all, find you ladies, you do an awesome job. Like, if it's something you thought about, definitely you're in the right place. Connect with y'all.
And companies, reach out to them, invest in the women. They're dope.
Sure.
They're cool.
Sure.
They're badass.
Dope and cool.
It's important to have a space to be your authentic self. And I feel like the WOMA gives you that. You could be yourself. And I hope that that really carries on to for years and years. Even Deb is like, I don't know how long I'm gonna be around, and and she's starting to kind of let us do more things and things that she used to do and stuff like that. So I think she's kind of starting to relax a little bit, if that's a Deb thing. I'm not sure if Deb can.
Those two words don't go in the same
I was
sentence.
gonna say,
it's kind of weird. But it's I just hope that ladies still have when Deb is like, you know what, I think I'm gonna sit this one out. I want that to continue, that ladies are comfortable in the space and have fun and really learn a lot. And on the flip side, I want to grow it so that we are able to give more money to female veterans and first responders.
That's awesome.
And for that, thank you both for having us on to be able to share about the WOMA and what we do with you guys, because you guys are truly awesome. And thank you for uplifting all the women in your life and others.
Of course.
Right. Wow. Absolutely.
Thank you
for your...
I think we need one of these right here, right?
Yeah.
Everyone, there we go.
Yeah. Job completed. 10 out of 10. 100.
That was 100 out of 10.
5 stars.
So, folks, till next episode, we appreciate y'all listening, tuning in, tapping in, staying connected,
locking in, connecting,
locking in,
linking,
octopus in, everything. I don't tentacles, like it's so many. All right, bye, y'all.